morning, beautiful. I do hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for December 15th, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching it in time, this might be really relevant, horribly irrelevant. I'm not quite sure, but let's stick around and find out. I've been sitting with these cards because I've been having a lot of conflicting feelings with them. This is a general collective read. Don't ever force this to fit your life, but if it does make sense, I do hope that it's positive. The challenges that I'm seeing, I hope that we find the outcome. Of course, we'll find the outcome or the reason why behind it. But yeah, if this doesn't make sense, just go about your day. It's not going to make sense to everybody. So you'll see why I want to sit with this in a moment. Starting off with this right off the bat. You didn't screw up. There's no screwing up with this. All right, so what I'm seeing with this is you're breaking. I'm going to start off with this. It looks like there's nothing but destructive forces around you. There's nothing but dead ends being hit, that you're slamming into the wall. You want to give up. You're breaking underneath this pressure. And you want to know what? How can anybody not break under this with what's been going on in your life? It's totally understandable what you would want to break down with. This is saying that there is a sense of recklessness with this, so you need to be careful with yourself because it looks like there's a straw that broke the camel's back. I see that there's a major sense of hopelessness and that it's getting you into fight mode. I think that you're really ready to throw the gloves off with life and really have a showdown. Now, this is all awesome energy to have, but it's incredibly important that it's redirected elsewhere. Don't be reckless with this. There is a channeling that is going on with this. You're afraid that all of this is going to fall away and that you're just going to be left by yourself with this. I know that you're also afraid of the direction that this is taking your life. What is this going to mean for you? I want you to know that there is absolutely a solid start that is coming up. You are really mastering something. I see that the only reason why this is so intense is because how desperately you held on to this. I think that was probably one of the bigger missteps that could have been done on here. I think that this was bullheadedness. I think it was pride, ego, the inability to admit what you felt was defeat. You're not defeated. You are incredibly redirected, and I know that this is making you freak out because there's nothing that you can do to stop this. The ball is rolling, and everything that's in its path is going to be destroyed even, but not in the way that you would think. In the way that you were hanging on to it and what you felt this had to be for your life, like you just gave up, like this is it, this is how my life is going to go from here on out. No, not even in the slightest. Spirit was like, so help me God, I'm going to kick you. Like Spirit actually like almost lost their patience with this, you would think. This is so brutal because Spirit really had to be firm with you on this. And I don't want to say that to you because this seems so harsh. I have no doubt in my mind that this ended with a lot of tears shed and fighting words to Spirit or whatever it is that you believe. But there's a promise of a new day that is coming into play right here. So this is the promise of a new day after all of this complete overwhelming breakdown. Tell me one thing in your life that did not get completely affected by this. You're brave, and I want you to know that you are brave. I'm so proud of you for not doing anything recklessly, even though I know that you probably wanted to. This energy that is building up, you know, where you kind of want to lose it on something, channel this into another direction. I know that that probably makes you want to wring my neck. However, hold off on that. There's something that is very new and fulfilling that is in play right now. And it does look like it is in a new direction. It's so solid. Like, stand back and bask in its glory solid. Like, oh my God, I didn't know it could be this good. I didn't know it could be this great. I didn't know I could be this happy, this fulfilled. I didn't know I could be this powerful. So I kind of want to look into that. You power player, you. Okay, you have to be willing to walk away and walk towards what it is that you do wish. And I know that you know it deep in your heart. I know that you know it. You may not want to admit it to yourself, but that's what led to this chaos anyway. So, you know, if you got to sit with yourself for a minute and have that blunt, God's honest truth and just like have it out with yourself, then that's what you need to do. What do you need to know? There's something that you need to forgive. And what is it that you need to forgive? Well, yourself. I know. How contrived. How freaking annoying to say, forgive yourself for what you did. Oh my God, shut up. Just shut up. I'm so tired of hearing that, aren't you? Forgive yourself. Also forgive your caregivers. I feel like they probably couldn't give you the nurturing that you so rightfully deserved. I don't feel like you were given the emotional support that you would have needed to make this decision from the past. So this, it looks like one small step of compassion that is extended to you, and I think that you probably aren't going to exactly know what to do with that. And it's not you letting yourself off the hook easy. I know that oh, it's just another, it's really not an excuse. That little sense of everything's going to be all right and it wasn't your fault. Having that being said out loud and having yourself feel that like you're just this impressionable child at whatever stage come in now, that can be the most earth-moving thing for you. I know it probably feels ridiculous now. I know that, you know, at one point it was like, oh my God, just stop. Truth be told, oh my God, so check out the mini reads. This collective energy is ridiculous. From everybody I have spoken to, and I mean everybody, you're feeling this to some degree. Now, this reading may not make sense to you in this moment, but this has been the collective energy. This has been happening in various degrees, and whatever the degree is, it's extreme in that degree, whether it's family, friends, lovers, jobs, school, I don't know, hair dye, I don't know. It's all very intense. You're losing out on the now by dwelling on the past situation and dreading the future. You're making your world so much more chaotic. And you want to know, I think that you're shutting down. You want to keep up with the busy work? It's not going to get you anywhere. It's like sitting in a rocking chair. Provides you with something to do, but you're not getting anywhere. All right. There's something that you really need to air out of yourself. And we do have the owl, so automatically I'm going with death and rebirth. What about it do you need to let die out? Either, I mean this in the very figurative sense. Please, God. What is robbing you from your experience now? That's what you need to address. So let's see, we have peace. What is holding on to that very thing? What is that doing to you? We have imagine in reverse. Again, I do feel like you are attempting to go back to old habits in the sense of probably being a doormat, and please don't take that the wrong way, but also being a people pleaser. Are you just saying what and doing what is expected of you just to avoid something. Spirit's not going to let this roll over at this time. Okay. I'm getting this. God, this one was definitely zinging in my hand. No conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options. Ask your angels for help and for your guides to comfort you. Wouldn't you know it? You're a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and to help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine mission. What is the direction that you have been pulled to? I've actually talked to somebody, and somebodies who have actually embarked on a spiritual journey, one of which is looking to be a minister, and another one who is really working on their psychic gifts. And this is just Tuesday alone, like today. So it's very interesting. You do have a spiritual gift, which is really going to set you up. Your victory, your desires coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. And I want also whatever. No. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars, and your dreams and desires will come. Your dreams and desires, and don't compromise. To make your decision, ask yourself which way brings you closer to your divine purpose and which way takes you away from it. And a new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through a reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. Life is the question, love is the answer. And this is also in the effort in stepping into purpose. You might be finding a new passion in your purpose. And it also might be a new passion in standing up for yourself. It might be a passion in a relationship, but also in a relationship that might be igniting your passion and your purpose. Okay. So which way brings you closer? Where's the support that's coming in as you are morphing your life around these situations? Be very aware of who is crossing your path around now. If this is an already existing relationship, congrats. Be very aware of the people who are coming across your path now. Somebody's coming in as a support not only for you and your personhood, but also your path. You also would be that person for them too, because once you know it, they feed back towards each other. All right, I'm getting this again, and the incense is gone. You know what? I'm sick of your shenanigans. Always coming in here, using all of my incense. I don't even know what to say to you anymore. Can you see the flame? Watch me as I burn my hand, for God's sakes. Okay. So what about it? The never-ending story? Why do bad things keep happening to you? It'll end when you say it does. But you have to stop waiting for perfect conditions. Perfect doesn't exist. If you were perfect, you wouldn't need to be here. You wouldn't need to breathe. You wouldn't need to eat. You wouldn't need to be alive. This is a very challenging school. The game of life. Are you kidding me? This is one of the most difficult schools out there. Everything that you have gone through has been a lesson to whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So the never-ending story, the unfinished symphony, stop waiting for perfect in your life. You have got to stop waiting for perfection. Perfection, my dear, doesn't exist. And if it did, you wouldn't need to be here. I said that before. I'll say it again. I'll say it 1,000,000 times. Look, you have to be okay with letting things just come to an end and stop looking at the door. Stop looking at the door. Because what you are looking at, or what you are looking at, is not going to have what you thought would walk through. Something even greater is coming in. And this, you're not going to get any rhyme or reason with. But you have to acknowledge that something is going to have to be kaput. So let's see. What's this? Something is coming together right now. Serendipitous. And we also have soulmates. You are coming together with, you could say, soulmate energy. Actually, where's the book? I'm going to read that to you because not everybody is looking for romance. Some of you have really great relationships. Some of you, learning how to be flexible in love. But soulmates, I need to read this. Where the heck is the book? Can you tell how often I use these things? So help me God. All right, soulmates. Let's see what's happening. All right. You ready for this? So you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter in your life in order to make and take you to the next level of healing. Consciousness, authenticity, it's always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You'll know these people by the strong pull towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you'll be changed in ways that you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. If we are looking at love, yes, I need to read this to you. How often do I do that? I think I've done it once recently, and I don't remember last time before that. Consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you'll never be the same, regardless of how long the relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so that you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who's being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate. Come to guide you home to the real you. If we are looking at prosperity, which a lot of you, yes, don't even get me started. A lot of you, you're looking at prosperity, and holy Jesus. Strategic alliances are the most important right now as you begin to attract the perfect people to support your dreams. This is a journey that you will share with others, mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, creative partners, friends, and strangers. Strangers open doors for you and step through the portal to join you in a harmonious dance of collaboration, commitment, and co-creation. This is what you've been waiting for. Now we're going to read the protection aspect of it, because while this is all good, there also needs to be an awareness of it. An important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your pattern and all your old stories that don't serve you will be entering into this dynamic so that you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is not, why did he or she do this to me? But rather, what is the gift in this? Look in the mirror, and you'll only be changed for the better. There's a lot that's being broken open right now, and you need to learn how to be flexible with it. You are coming together with soul people, soulmates, soul tribes, soul companions. It is going to break you open. And that is beautiful, and it is necessary, and it is all the more important because of that. Because with that rigidness, it has kept you so stubborn, so hell-bent on a particular path that it wasn't serving you, and you were festering into something that you were never meant to be. And now Spirit is seeing what is happening, and it is having the soulmates, the companions, the perfect situations align. Because you do have an important job. Whether or not you see it now, you are a very important thread in this mosaic quilt of life. So what I'm seeing here is you are going to be broken up to the capacity of your greatest love and abundance and ability. So after all of that, what can you expect? Ooh. Judgment. Okay. You're going to see where your hang-ups are, and this is a really stone cold sober look at yourself, and you are going to be putting the investment in the change for yourself to be your greatest version of self. I see a major payoff coming with you. Oh, this was actually upside down. So let's see You're going to see where your blocks were. And I think that you're going to be moving on from that most painful part. And I see that you are getting right onto your throne and being the most action-packed person, leading you to your greatest wish. Celebration, getting active in life again, and learning how to be vulnerable. I see so many unions coming into play. I see so many celebrations coming to be. Your breakdown right now is really leading you to a time of shining, crazy, beautiful new start that you are incredibly passionate for. I'm very excited for you. Okay. This has been the Daily Tarot and Oracle, the daily insight on life and love for December 15th, 2021. Also being timeless, so wherever you're pulled to in time, it may make sense. If you have questions about booking a session or what services might be right for you, go ahead and reach out in the provided email, or you can find me on the social platforms and send me a DM. See what might be right for you. I look forward to making contact, and I do hope that this finds you well. Now go make this day yours. You have some bridges to burn and some new empires to start constructing. Hey there, lovely. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. What brings you here? Yeah. All right. This is going to be a mini general collective message. Never foresees to fit your life. The excuses are done. There is no excuse anymore. Okay, so since we are getting away from that, what do you need? What do you need to know? Yeah, it's just super stressful. It's actually I feel like it's squeezing the chest area. Definitely getting in the anxiety. Somebody is not mastering themselves. And they have huge fears of abandonment throughout this whole ordeal. They can't seem to get out of their own way, but I want this final card. It's time to take a hard, honest look. What are you holding on to? Now, what I love about this Queen energy is that she's very direct. She's honest. She's going to show you what you are actually looking at. She's not going to sugarcoat it. And I see that this is where all the excuses have to be done, but also, why is there this fear of abandonment here? This is long stemming in your life. The Page of Swords is about, I guess, how you can't seem to find your way out of it. I think that there's been a lot of refusing to see things as they clearly are in your life. I get it. You know, we don't want to acknowledge the pain. We don't want to feel the pain. We're done with the pain, and yet we keep hurting ourselves in the most intimate way possible while still trying to be honest with ourselves. I think the honesty is outside the shell of everything that's occurring right now. So there's no more excuses in holding yourself back. And I think that you know that it is time, and that this has been the biggest hurdle of your life. You're not going to be left alone in this. You're not going to be handling this all by yourself. This isn't all falling on you. And I think that this happened so often in the past you expect it. But I see Queen energy here, showing you exactly what is up and what you need to do and how to let go of this past. It's going to change. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message. So listen with an open heart and an open mind. What do you need to know? Let's see. What brings you here? This is not a failure. Not even a little. I know that you feel like everything is letting you down, but it's an entirely new cycle. This isn't a failure. I see a lot of earth energy around this. It's time to heal. This is, I think, the most difficult time for you to be strong in this scenario. I see a change happening very fast in your life. You are being forced to move on. We have the Chariot here in reverse, so I feel like there has been no choice made, and now the choice is going to be made either for you or whoever this is about. That tends to be still where you are destined to be, but there's a feeling of harshness about it when you aren't making the choice, when you aren't being proactive in it. So what I'm seeing here is, yes, this is divine intervention. Yes, this is nurturing. Things are going to get easier, but right now there's something that you really got to face about this. And let's see, I want clarity on the Ace of Swords. You've already made your choice, you just didn't act on anything. You're afraid to make a step. And I understand that. Honestly, sometimes that first step is truly the hardest. What's the kicker with this? It's always the first step that is going to be the hardest. It's the anticipation building up until that first foot drops. And it's not like waiting for the other shoe to drop, that's not it. But to begin, that has to mean that everything behind it was finalized, closed. And I think that this is a huge fear in admitting that, because this does mean that, in a way, you are completely over the past and you have to move on. You've already made the choice. Be strong while this unfolds. And it is unfolding. But I also feel like Divine has to have the upper hand on this to ease your anxieties. Spirit's going to show you that there's nothing to be afraid of. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message from Wisdom of the Oracle, from Colette Baron Reed. How long have I had this deck? I think I've had this for like 4 or so years now. It has to be 4 or 5 years now. Spirit is kicking your tuchus. Like, the signs are all in front of you. You're not missing any signs. It's blatantly in front of you. You want lightning striking? Okay. It's screaming in your face is what it's doing. The truth be told. TikTok. I think it's time that you say to yourself, or have this honest communication with what you want and what you are feeling about this, and about where life has been taking you. I feel like there is, you tried to do everything by yourself. This is a true theme with the reading, so definitely check out the Daily Tarot and Oracle for December 15th, 2021, also timeless. All right. Don't keep repeating lessons you've already learned. You're only hurting yourself. What in your life does not seem to be working out? Now, for some of you, that might be, well, nothing's working out. Okay. For some of you, it might be a relationship or a job or a life situation, a mindset even. It's not working out because you do not belong in there. It doesn't keep being unfulfilled because you're not trying hard enough. You are being forced into a new direction. You have to admit when something is not for you. Everything about this is coming to a head right now. You're afraid of what the truth might very well be about yourself, or that something about you would be revealed. Listen, there's nothing about you that could be held against you, especially your past. It's time that you really think about the patterns in your life and how they have recycled in various ways. It's important that you actualize what you do want to stop in your path so that you don't keep circling the drain and repeating the very thing that has been trying to force you to leave. Divine intervention is at hand right now, so I say let go and let yourself be put into your place. If you find your way across this, oh wow. Okay, why? Why? Because you have to make a choice. You're on a new path. You're at the fork of the road. You have to make that choice of which path you are going to follow. Why are we here? Why did this happen? Well, I see the book with angel wings because somebody who has more knowledge than you, and I mean in the spiritual realm, don't get high and together right now. Not talking about in the earthly existence. All right, so somebody on the other side is not posing a lot of questions, but making you question a lot of things because it has pushed you to this fork in the road. And this, we have the white buck here. Huge divine message for you. The owl sitting on its back, death and rebirth. So you have been on a rebirth, and it's time that you take the initiative on the path that it is that you want to choose. Whoever is stepping up behind you in this, and I do feel like it is an elder, I feel like they are being as gentle as they can be with you. I feel like it's almost treating you as if you're a kid. They're pointing you to the direction of home, which is an entirely new life. Now, I'm not talking about this life ending. I'm talking about this life continuing into its new phase. All around masculine energy. Stop resisting the changes. Your treasure is truly at hand towards yin energy. Now, you're not going to get the closure that you want where you are right now, and that's fine. You are being forced into building a new foundation with like-minded people where your gifts are truly going to come into play. This is probably going to be a two-parter. It is so important that you try and be as flexible as possible with this. I think a lot of things have recently come to the surface right in front of you. And what I'm seeing is you took an initiative in your life. And I think that what happened here is now it's like you're trying to hold on to the very thing you took the initiative on. And it seems like this is exactly the chaos that you needed. Believe it or not, I do not wish this on anybody. It is overwhelming. But what I'm seeing here is a lot of cards, yes. You are being replanted. You are being replanted, and a lot of spiritual activations are happening within you. So I really feel like you are activating a lot of your personal gifts and talents. And I think that you don't quite know how to harness it yet, which again is fine. I see that those who are going to be around you are going to help you harness that power. Be very selective of who you allow into your circle. I cannot tell you how much I do not care if it's family, friends, or lovers, colleagues, pets, grade school friends. I do not care. Be very careful about who you have in your circle, because this is going to become the collective energy. I'm not telling you to break away from everybody, just be mindful about what you are allowing around you, because this is either going to build up or stay stagnant. Whatever is staying stagnant is going to be filtered out. And you are, again, going back to the beginning part of this, you're not going to get the closure that you had hoped. So stop trying to hang on to everything in all of its overwhelm, and all of its chaos, and all of its uncertainty. Stop trying to hang on to the very thing that's crumbling in your hands. You are going further down the road, and I see that this is part of the rebirth. This is birthing pains. And if you have ever given birth to a child or have seen it in action, you know how graphic this can be. These birthing pains are really giving you a fresh start where you can really stretch yourself. And I think that you will feel the most at home that you have ever felt The point is you have to make that verbal or that mental choice in which direction you are going to go. And I am feeling the pressure from somebody on the other side from this. This may just be your guardian angel, and I'm not diminishing their work in your life. But if there, I feel like it is an elder. So there's that. It is what it is. But if you're getting that feeling of an elderly person, then this is your main guide. So I want you to know that once you go through with this, what you have to look forward to, aside from your gifts, is a lot of things happening fast, and it's going to make your head spin. No shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. The shortcuts don't exist. I think that you're going to be physically exhausted because it is going to be recovery time for you. And this wouldn't have happened if you would have let go sooner. The people who caused all the chaos in that environment, believe it or not, is very important soul contracts. All of that pain that you had focused in this situation in your life broke you free. So now, let's see. It's time for you to collaborate with Spirit. It's going to be amazing. Hey there. All right. So you've come across this. Chances are you need a mini message. You got to be true to yourself. If you're lying to yourself, I don't know what to tell you. Isn't it funny how we sometimes talk ourselves into something or try and make a really crazy situation fit in our heads? And it's because we either see potential or we honestly just are so blind to it. All right, be true to you. Something is moving, and then we have finances. I have all these cards in front of me, and I actually feel like I need to keep them. So we're going to see if this makes sense. I hope that it's a good message. But something in the financial situation is going to be changing, and I do feel like this is a part of self-discovery. Yes, being true to you, but since it's dealing with finances, maybe you're stepping more into purpose. Emotions. This is freaking you out. This is leaving a sense of security behind, and you have got to take that step now. Heavenly signs and support. Spirit is completely supporting the changes that you need to make in whatever your career path is or whatever your purpose path is. It's definitely hitting with uncertainty, which I don't think that you have honestly really dealt with on this scale. Now, I completely understand insecurity on things and wanting that foundation, wanting to, sacrifice oneself for whatever it is. I could not say anything to you. I get it. However, these changes that have been upon you for whatever your situation is, know that it's spiritually guided, but also supported. And these changes that you have to make are going to cause a major sense of insecurity. And this is going to be a major growing phase for you. Because we have, the parental care. It's time for you to grab the bull by the horns on this one. You are so much more capable than you realize. I think that you're incredibly adaptable to the situation, and that it is important that you do take the step now. So I know that you're probably freaking out. You can handle this. You genuinely can handle this. There's a lot of emotions that are going to come up that I don't think that you quite know how to put a name to. I think that that's going to be even more frustrating. I know that you're going to want to backtrail and go back into whatever the security is or the security blanket is. Life's not going to let you do that. You've kicked the door open on this. Now Spirit's like, walk, move through this. There's a lot of cards here. I got it. But the changes that you are making in your profession or in your personal communications, which I do keep it like that. I don't think that it's necessarily romantic. It is divinely supported. There's going to be a new path laid right now, and you're laying the foundation. Kind of freaky, but you want to know what? It's going to be amazing.